Hey, welcome back to Big Deb Energy Podcast, the podcast where we talk about everything and anything but politics. You're welcome. So, my first piece of advice for you today is if you got people hating, talking shit, trying to bring you down, do me a favor. Look at that bank account. Did the number change because of what these people are saying? Fuck no. So, fuck them. And if your bank account ain't looking the way you think it should be, then what are you watching this podcast for? Get out of there and hustle hard. Hustle hard. There's always a way to make money. You're just not figuring it out. So figure it the fuck out. My second piece of advice for you today is lefty loosey, righty tighty. You're welcome. As I'm filming this, I just remembered I wanted to go get my nails done today. And I don't know if that's going to happen now. They close in like 2 hours. It's all right. I'll go bare balling for a little bit longer. Not that anyone really cares to seem about what my hands look like nowadays. I mean, if you ask me, I get asked if I'm pregnant more than I think I should. Am I like skinny? No, I know that, but come on, guys. I don't think I necessarily look pregnant. This dress is a little flowy, but like, I just got a little belly. I don't got no fucking bowling ball. People are ridiculous. It's like we're forgetting about medium. You got skinny, then you got the people in between, then you got obese. Just because someone is in the middle doesn't mean they're pregnant. And stop asking people that. I could have had a miscarriage. I could have been trying to have a baby and I keep failing. Like, people got to get better with, these personal questions. It's offensive. And, like, what the fuck? It's none of your business. So no, not going to be pregnant anytime soon. Don't fucking ask me. And yeah, it is embarrassing when that happens, but I'm here to let you all know that if it happened to you, you ain't the only one. It's just fucking people. People don't know how to talk. People don't know how to talk. And they don't know how to word things. Like I just bought this vacuum. So excited. I got it on sale for like $79.99. I'm all excited. I cleared the whole floor. I'm ready to room and I open that shit. I need a screwdriver to put it together. If you needed something for to get started with a vacuum, I didn't think a screwdriver would be one. But they want to advertise all over the box that it has a retractable cord. Why didn't you also say I need a fucking screwdriver to have clean floors? At this point, I'm about to just put my mouth on the ground and just do it all myself. I thought I had a screwdriver. It's simple things like that where you see it all the time just sitting in a certain spot in the house, and then when you actually need it, nowhere to be found. Like that, and a book of matches. I recently found out I'm not cursed. And this is how you find out. You get a bowl of water, and you get two wooden matches. You need to follow the directions to get your right, correct, accurate answer. Wooden matches. You need to light them up and then you drop them into the water at the same time. If they cross paths going into the water, that means you're cursed. If they land directly next to each other, that means someone tried to curse you and it did not work. If they are far away from each other, you're just paranoid. So that's how you do that. And I was able to obtain some wooden matches and I was able to perform this ritual. I'm not cursed, at least not yet, or hopefully I did it right. I could be in denial. And I've been reading up a lot on things to like cleanse my mental health and just have a better perspective on life. Life is way too short. I feel like I wasted a lot of my 20s in this like woe is me mindset. So I've been taking a lot of advice from experienced people as well as self-reflection and accountability. And I've also tried chakra cleansing, which I'm sure some of you have heard about. So I'll tell you what I did, and I think it really did help me. I don't want to offend anybody who actually is an expert on this. Maybe you could educate us. But once again, don't want to offend anybody, but it's all about taking the energy that you have within yourself and figuring out what negative energy that you have inside of you that does not belong to you. So once you're able to separate that negative energy within yourself that does not belong to you, you return it to where it came from. So you just want to gather it deeply within inside of you and push it out. Return it to where it came from. And I've been really enjoying it. I think it is helping me. I feel like a weight was lifted off of me. I pulled up to my old job because I do shop there, and I was like, go back to where you belong. Go back. And that shit will be trapped in that building forever. No offense to anyone that still works there. So, in my last episode, I mentioned a time where I was manipulated by someone who I thought cared about me, and eventually the relationship became very toxic and dangerous. I was actually controlled by somebody for about a year. And this is something that does happen often, but a lot of people don't talk about it out of fear, out of embarrassment, because it's so easy to blame yourself in situations like this. But when you're vulnerable and open-minded and understanding of people, it's easy to get wrapped up in these type of situations because a manipulator or someone with evil intentions could spot a good person from a mile away. They will sniff you out of the crowd, and they will take as much time as they need to examine you, get to know you, to figure out just how they could get away with whatever they're trying to do without getting in trouble or being caught, or to, you know, almost hypnotize you into thinking that you're the problem. So I used to have a nighttime job, and I made friends with somebody there. He was a very nice guy. He was good at his job. He was well liked by everybody there. We started chatting because we were given a similar position, and then we were both kind of given an extra responsibility, which had us walking away from everyone else, and we were able to kind of walk on our own. And that's how we kind of started becoming friends. And this guy seemed very intelligent, very calm, and someone who I wanted to be friends with. I always empathize for people, and this person did not drive. So I offered to start taking this person home or to work. And that's when I opened up about my life. At the time, I was in a relationship. We were not happy. The relationship was bound to end soon. Just didn't know when. We both stayed in it for comfort, but I was in a relationship. I shared a lot of information with this person about my current relationship, where they worked, where we lived, a little too much without realizing that this person never really spoke about their life. So this person was able to gather enough information to where eventually they started taking advantage of me. So we eventually grew a liking to each other. At least I started liking him, and I was not happy in my current relationship, nor were we like having a physical relationship. So I kind of put the flame to the gas, and I sparked interest, and I communicated that, and the person was a little, caught off guard by it, but eventually they showed interest as well. And that involves more conversations and telling each other's secrets and opening up. Once again, I said way too much. This person started inconveniencing me by making me late to work. and also keeping me out late hours. And it got to the point where I felt like my kindness was being taken advantage of. So I wanted to let this person know, I'm not really going to be able to keep giving you these rides unless you're ready. When I get there, you're making me late to work. And that's something that wasn't something I usually did. And even my managers started noticing that and they questioned it. I just played it off. That's when this person said, "Oh, you thought you had a choice." And that's where it all started. He started getting very aggressive. He would threaten me. And eventually it got to the point where he would put his hands on me. He would threaten me with weapons. He knew our address. And I stayed in the relationship for fear. I wanted to protect. At first, it was me protecting the secret. But then it got to the point where I was trying to keep people that I loved safe. He was threatening to hurt people that I loved, and he knew their location. And it was very scary. And I was controlled by this person. I would take him to work, take him home. Sometimes he would fight with me the whole way to work, and we would fight in the parking lot all night and not actually go to work. So I got ready for work, would drive there, fight with him all night outside of work and not actually go in work. Insane. And I'm like trying to tell him like it doesn't have to be like this, and he would spaz out blaming me. It's me. I make everything about me. No one cares about him. Oh, it was just, I never could have imagined somebody so calm could be so aggressive. So it took a really long time. So you could imagine during that time, I was partaking in sexual activity that I didn't want to be doing. This person was trying very hard to get me pregnant without my consent. It was just disgusting behavior. So I just want to let you know that you ain't going to be able to spot it right away. They're going to come off as friendly, as someone who is caring, and it'll be like it's a completely different person once they reveal themselves, because that's the truth. It's not who you think it is. So for one, don't be going around cheating. It ain't worth it. Number two, be careful with who you share your life with and your information, especially when it involves other people. I didn't care about myself and what happened to me. I cared more about the people whose lives I jeopardized. Eventually I had to cut it off. I didn't really care. I went to the police. They didn't really want to help. But after going back a few times, they started realizing, okay, something ain't right. He threatened us in ways that it wasn't just like, we're going to kill you. It was very detailed on how he would do it and how it would get his dick hard to watch our lives slip away. Completely insane. And I would have never expected that from him. So things like this happen all the time. We just don't talk about it. And us as people, and I say people, not just women, because men get molested just as often and abused, and they don't want to talk about it. So I want you to know that it is okay to speak up. There's a lot of people out there that need help and they need guidance, and we got to be strong and stick together. So in the next episode, I'm going to fill you all in on the outcome of this situation. Thanks for watching Big Deb Energy. I'll see you next time.